underneath the railroad crossing where it typically floods. Patty, do we have you back? Patty, are you there?
Hey, Damon, I'm not sure if you can see and hear us now, but if you take a look, we're telling you 3 ODOT workers are here. They're trying to get this drain fixed. Right now, you are, believe it or not, taking a look at I-235 northbound. This is the highway, and it is flooded in several feet of water. We are just under the Northwest 50th bridge. Just an incredible sight. It looks like these workers are making a little bit of headway. When we got here, the flooding was pretty much at the headlight of the Porsche that you see. Now you can see it's down about a couple inches, and so it looks like they're making a little bit of progress, but obviously very tough work that these workers are trying to do right now. We do want to let you know, obviously, northbound I-235 completely shut down. It's a parking lot. We're going to show you. You can see all these cars. Thankfully, none of them crashed into each other, believe it or not, trying to avoid this flooding. And there were no injuries, thankfully, but all of these cars are just parked at a standstill on the highway. We've been seeing some of the people getting restless in their cars, trying to get out, trying to get over this median and then get to the other side of the highway. But just an absolute mess here. We are happy to report that there were no injuries in all of this, but this area is going to be a mess. Oh, we want to show you back that Porsche again. It looks like workers have been able to push the Porsche off the drain, and it looks like they're making a little bit of progress here, so that looks like this is good news. If they get the drain clear, then we may be able to get a lot of this water out of this area. Of course, we will continue to be live here and bring you updates, but it does look like we are finally making a little bit of progress here. Just avoid this area if you can. And another note, southbound I-235 is down to 1 lane right now because firefighters are here blocking 1 lane. So it's just going to be slow going through this area near Northwest 50th. Back to you.
Hey, Patty, it's Jessica and Paul here. Have you had a chance to talk to police about how long, or troopers, how long that Porsche has been sitting there and what happened to the driver exactly?
Well, Jessica and Paul, we actually spoke with the driver of that Porsche a little while ago. He was coming back from the Thunder game. He said he was trying to avoid the car in front of him, who was also trying to avoid flooding. The car in front of him got stuck, and then he got stuck in all this, and he said the water just came rushing so fast that it actually pushed his Porsche back several feet. He is thankfully okay. He didn't really suffer any injuries at all, and he said the driver in front of him is okay, but really just a mess, an absolute mess that we're dealing with here.
Hey, Patty, can you give us a look at all the traffic backup that is behind you there?
Yeah, Paul, we'll show you the traffic again. Andrew, I'm going to have him pan. This is northbound I-235. Take a look. All these people who have been sitting in their cars and just waiting for some of this water to get cleared out. But like I said, a lot of the people have been sitting there for so long. So a lot of them have been getting out. Oh, and it looks like some of the cars are trying to turn around on the highway. We'll zoom in and show you that. They're trying to turn around on the highway right now, go the opposite direction and get off the highway because I think they think that this is going to take quite a long time. It could, because we are dealing with just so much water in this area. But once again, you are looking at northbound I-235. We are near Northwest 50th, and it is just an absolute parking lot here, guys.
And we can see, you know, just how much water is on the roadway in that direction. But what about headed north a little bit more past the Porsche? You know, how far does the puddle, the huge water buildup stretch?
Well, Jess, that's the odd thing. Here, it's several feet deep. The fire truck is blocking the view, so we can't show you. But if you just go about 100 feet, the water actually isn't that deep. So it's just this little valley here that has just been completely filled with water. So it looks like the ODOT workers that you see right now who are trying to clear this drain, as long as they can get this drain working again, it looks like the water will rush out of this area and hopefully not take too long. But you can see that they are still struggling with that drain. There was one gentleman working on it earlier. They've now got 3 men working on trying to fix this drain. So it just looks like a tough task, guys. But yeah, it is just this one little trouble area that is causing a mess.
And so, Patty, I mean, we're looking at these 3 guys. These are ODOT workers. They're up to their arms, up to their shoulders almost, trying to get this out. Just these 3 guys, and that's a massive amount of water there. You're talking about both of those lanes are blocked up with water, right? Just under that bridge and under that underpass there.
Yeah, so guys, this is incredible. We are standing in southbound I-235. Take a look. There's really no water here on the ground. I'll show you. You can see no flooding here, no problems. But this is northbound I-235, and it's several feet deep. So it is just this valley where a bunch of water has collected. And like I told you, the driver of the Porsche, he said when he was driving, they were trying to avoid water, and at first they thought that they were going to make it, and then the water came rushing so quickly, he said, that it actually pushed his Porsche back. So you can imagine how fast that water was just rushing down, but thankfully that has stopped, and we're just waiting on these workers to get this drain cleared.
And I know you said they were able to push the Porsche off a little bit off of the drain. Does it look like the water is starting to recede some more?
Well, guys, to me, it looks like it has gone down about a foot. So it looks like they're making a little bit of progress, actually maybe even a foot and a half. So it looks like they're making progress, but you can see all three of those guys, we'll zoom in for you, just struggling with this. So obviously a very a tough job that they're working on right now, and just hoping that we can get this. I do see the water moving a bit close up, so it does look like it is going down at least a bit.
Okay, Patty Moon, thanks for your live report there. Again, this is I-235 and Northwest 50th. The northbound lanes of I-235 just covered in water and a huge traffic mess.
It really is. And you know, a lot of those folks have been coming away from the Thunder game tonight, so that traffic is probably, you're seeing the corner right there, the turn. So on the other side of that, you know the traffic just goes for miles over there.
So if you're waiting for a loved one, you may want to call them, at least let them know what's going on in front of them, because they may have no idea. Let's